Shake your head. Get that Snapchat. Put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown to see a man, and I ain't got time to shake your head.
What's up, guys? My name's unCAGEDgamez, and today I got a Gears of War 3 gameplay and commentary for you guys. I am playing this is some really old gameplay here. This is when my gamer tag was Bless Uncaged. I'm playing with my friend Split Second. Now he's known as Splitty AE because he joined AE. What's up? How you doing? And yeah, this is some ranked Wingman. I usually don't play Wingman, but this gameplay just fits into the story that I'm going to tell. First off, I would like to say, how was your guys' Valentine's Day? Mine was alright. You know, I spent it like every other year. Hanged out with my ex. Box. Cause, well, you know, I lied to you guys. I didn't play Xbox on Valentine's Day because that was a weekday, and I can't play games on the weekday, so I tricked you. I spent it taking naps. That's what I did. So yeah, how was your guys' Valentine's Day? You know, if it was good, leave it down below. Tell me what you did. Maybe I can do it in the future. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, so the story I'm going to tell you is the time I asked out a girl. First time ever I asked out a girl. Okay, I felt like Valentine's Day, this story would make kind of sense. Anyways, let's get to it. The story is real. So if you guys think that this story is so crazy that it can't be real, oh, it's real. Oh, it's real. Okay. So let's get started here. First, homecoming, right? I asked this girl out to homecoming. I'm not gonna use her name because if you are watching this video, hello. I had a great time at homecoming. So I'm not gonna use her real name. I'm not gonna use her name at all. So I asked this girl out to homecoming because we were friends, and she's a girl and I'm a guy. So going to homecoming with a person would be nice. You know, not going by yourself is fun too, but you know, it'd be more fun if you had someone to go with. So I asked out to homecoming. It took me. Usually you should ask out a person to homecoming like 2 weeks or like a couple weeks before homecoming. Like, don't ask her last second because, you know, you got a match and everything. So this was like 2 weeks before homecoming, and I made the craziest plans ever. Like, when I want to do something, I don't do it. I just make a bunch of complicated ways to get to doing that thing, if that makes sense. Like, if the problem is 2 plus 2, you know, that equals 4, right? But if it's for me, I'll do okay, the question is 2 plus 2. So I'm going to do 2 times 2 equals 4, alright? Plus it by 0, divided by 1. You know, I just make this, like, giant complicated thing to get to what I need, right? So, I made a bunch of plans. I told a bunch of my friends about these plans, alright? I probably should have not told. I don't know what I'm saying. I should have just kept it to myself. But I made so much plans, and one of my plans was like break my leg or something and get her sympathy to go with me. I don't know. I was just caught up in the moment. I really didn't know what I was doing. So I winded up. This was like the last second to do this. Okay, it was like 2 weeks before homecoming, and last period. I only see her 6 hour. Wait. No, I see her going to 6 hours. So this is 5th hour. 5th hour ended. I'm walking in the hallways. I run where her locker is, and I try to ask her to homecoming. Now, I tried to ask her like 7 times, right? But I chickened out. I just made up some random story like, see any good movies? You're doing anything over the weekend or something like that? So I just chickened out, but I finally, this is the last second, I said to myself inside, if I don't do this, I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my freaking life. So, I'm like, okay, this was like, I'm walking her to class, and, like, she was about to go into her classroom. I think she was, like, taking science or what, like, psychology, I don't know. But she was about to walk in, I'm like, wait. She goes out, and I'm like, I didn't say anything for a good 1 minute, and the bell's about to ring. I'm gonna be late to class, but I'm like, I gotta say it. So I finally manned up and asked her to prom. She's like, yeah, that'll be a great time. She first has to talk to her friend, because her friend doesn't have a date to homecoming, and they promised each other they was gonna go as friends. So I'm like, you know, we can meet you there, and I did wind up finding her there. We just had a great time there. She just didn't go to dinner and everything like that, but it was a good time. But after homecoming, I looked at her at a different light. You know, I kind of felt like I liked her a little more. So I tried to ask her out, right? So again, I take this super complicated. I make it a 50 Rubik's Cube combined into one problem here. I had a plan, and this is my plan. First off, she has a friend, right? And her friend is always with her, like 100% of the time. There's maybe like a 0.1 chance that she's not with her, and that's when I try to talk to her. But when her friend's with her, like, I don't have anything against her friend. It's just like I like to talk to her one-on-one. I don't like it 1v2 handicap match. You know, I can't handle myself. I need a backup. So I'm like, you know what? If she has a friend, I'm gonna try to get one of my friends and like distract her friend while I go in and ask her out. So the day where I'm like, okay, I got my plan set. I'm gonna execute it. All my friends were not at school that day. My friend skipped school. He got sick. There was a bunch of people that were not there. So I had to go to my the person that I would think, okay, I don't even know how to say that. I went to the person that I would never, ever, ever, should have never, ever, ever go to in the first place. His name, should I say his name? I'm just gonna call him Weirso. It's an inside joke. I call him Weirs. Anyways, let's call him the Hints. Okay, the Hints. So, okay, I asked the Hints to help me out, and I made him this. I'm like, yo, Hints. He's like, yeah, what? I'm like, are you a good actor? He's like, why? Because I need you to execute this plan. Like, you need to go in and pretend you're a yearbook person, and like ask her friend a few questions so I can talk to the person I like. And he's like, yeah, I'm a great actor. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna test you. So I'm gonna ask him a few questions, right? I'm like, okay, what did I say? I was like, all right. So like, so what do you? What's your favorite thing about senior year or something like that? And he took forever to answer. Like, I tried to ask him some questions to make sure he's ready for this, like his improv, how good is it? Sorry for my bad sentences, guys. I'm crazy right now. Anyways, so I asked him a couple questions, and he took like 2 minutes to answer. Like, that's an eternity. Okay, so I'm like, Vince. Okay. I'm just gonna say his name is Vince. Okay, Vince the Hints. We're so to the extreme. 360 no scope pro, whatever. So also I told him about this commentary, so I'm allowed to use his name. So Vince, I'm like, okay, Vince, I'm a little nervous here. I don't know if you can like succeed this mission, but there was no one else. I felt like I had to do it that day, so I got Vince. I'm like, Vince, okay, so you're gonna be a 10-year yearbook person. Take a notebook, take a pen, and ask her questions and write down the answer. It doesn't really matter if you write it down or not. Just pretend you're writing it down. So it's like, yeah. It's like, David, it's like, what? I don't have a notebook, and, yeah. So I'm like, you don't have a notebook? So I had to freaking give him one of my notebooks, and he's like, yeah, I got it. I'll meet you by this place after school, and I'll walk, you walk. So I was gonna walk, like, a couple steps ahead of him, and, then when the right time, when it was the right time, I was gonna yell the key word, and the key word was anywho. So like the top of my lungs, I would yell anywho's, because I know Vince would screw it up if I didn't say it loud enough. So I went after school. I met up with Vince. I'm like, okay, Vince, remember the floor has like 2 squares. You just follow 2 squares behind me. So I walked, talked to the girl, and of course our friend's there. And we talked for a good maybe 1 minute or so, and then the top of my lungs, I'm like, anywho, and they looked at me like I was weird. I'm like, they're like, okay. So here comes Vince, a little jog over here, and he started asking the friend questions, but he did not do a great job. Oh my god, oh crap, the commentary is ending. I gotta do a 2-parter for this, guys. So if you guys wanna know what happens, Make sure you guys stay tuned until my next video. Make sure you guys like, comment down below, subscribe, and yeah, you gotta just wait until my next part because this is gonna get really, really interesting. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.